Of course, the Labour Party wants to be seen as a party of potential government. I mean, in my eyes, they are still basically just a far left shambles, a rabble in many ways. And really their conference, of course, Keir Starmer would have wanted that to be about their vision for the future, about having changed the party and made it more serious, made it a party that voters should consider. I mean, it's interesting that virtually no one here in the comment section of my channel says they would even consider voting Labour. Do let me know your thoughts below. I mean, could you see yourself voting Labour, and what would they have to do to win your support? But when you look at what's going on at the Labour Party conference, I mean, as Alex Wickham says, Labour top line message on Sunday morning of conference, Boris Johnson is scum. Meanwhile, Angela Rayner 2 years ago, MPs on all sides must dial down their language. Now this comes from a tweet put out with Angela Rayner quoted as saying, "I'm sick of shouting from the sidelines, and I bet yous lot are too. We cannot get any worse than a bunch of scum, homophobic, racist, misogynist, absolute pile of Banana Republic, Etonian, piece of scum, and I held back a little, that I have ever seen in my life." Now, as Paul Embry notes, take the Tories apart on policy by all means, but this kind of talk won't persuade a single person who voted Tory for the first time in 2019 to return to Labour. Probably the opposite. Chairman of the Conservative Party, Oliver Dowden, saying, "Labour are stoking the language of insult and division. Does Keir Starmer endorse his deputy's language? While we're getting on with the job, Labour are playing politics." I mean, this just isn't serious stuff, is it? I mean, don't forget, you know, the Labour Party, these people at the top table of the Labour Party want to run the country. Anyway, here's what Angela Rayner said on Sky News with Trevor Phillips today when she was asked about this.
As chair of the conference, Margaret Beckett, when she opened yesterday, talked about civility. So did the General Secretary, David Evans, when he made his speech. You said last night, we cannot get any worse than a bunch of scum, homophobic, racist, misogynist, absolute pile of Banana Republic, Etonian piece of scum. Is that the kind of civility that the Starmer-Rayner Labour Party envisages?
Well, look, that was post-watershed, as we'd say, with a group of activists at an event last night. And what I was trying to get across, and this is and it is my passionate way in which I do it, is the anger and frustration that people feel.
And as for Keir Starmer, I mean, I think his response to this was pretty pathetic. Don't forget, I mean, this is the guy that wants to be Prime Minister. Look at his response to when he was asked about this today on TV. I think this was pretty pathetic in terms of being a leader. Let me know what you make of this from Starmer today.
We've talked quite a lot about respectful debate and calm conversation. Let me read you something that was said here yesterday. "We cannot get any worse than a bunch of scum, homophobic, racist, misogynistic, absolute pile of Banana Republic, Etonian, piece of scum, and I held back a little, that I have ever seen in my life." That was Angela Rayner, your deputy, last night. What's your message to her this morning?
Well, Angela and I take different approaches, and that is not language that I would use.
Should she apologise?
Well, look, Angela said those words. She takes a different approach to me. We have different approaches to how we get our messages across. It's not language that I would have used.
You're a courteous man. Do you think she should apologise?
Well, look, that's a matter for Angela, Andrew, but I would not have used those words. And it goes back to my central point about the respectful way in which we have a debate. But look, at conference, there's a fizz of ideas, there are rallies.
That wasn't mighty respectful, was it?
Well, there are a fizz of ideas, there are arguments, disagreements, comings together.
So yeah, look, it seems to me the Labour Party, rather than setting out their stall as a serious party of government, once again, it's all pretty playground stuff. Let me know what you make of these comments from Angela Rayner and the state of Keir Starmer's Labour Party in the comments below, guys. And as ever, do hit subscribe and the bell as I keep bringing you all the very latest right here on my channel. Thanks for watching.